Hello, welcome. Today I'm going to be giving you a quick tutorial on how to do VLOOKUPs within Google Sheets. So let's just go into it. So right now I have my mock data right here. I have my name, ID, and cache, and a little lookup table, which I'm going to do right now. So if we click in here and put in our name, Tom, and what we want to do then is in the cell below where we want to do the lookup, we type in VLOOK. You hit tab to edit in. And a good little feature that they have in Google Sheets is this little question mark here, which does show you what you need to do. And you can click the learn more, which opens a page which shows you even more information. But for right now, we'll close it and we'll do our VLOOKUP. So we want to get what we're looking up against. So we do Tom, we put a comma, and we put our table, which I think they actually say in there. Yes, the range, which is our table right here. And we'll go A to C. We'll grab across the top so we capture everything. Put another comma and then index. So that's how many columns we want to go. So we're going to ID on this one. So that's 1, 2. That's the name and the ID. Put in 2. And then we do the match type is sorted. So we're going to do false or 0, which means it's an exact match. So we only want it coming up with what we found, exactly what we put in. We close it off, we press enter, and there you go. As you can see, Tom and his ID is T123. Now, also what we want to do is have our cache. So we do another VLOOKUP, we do Tom again, and then we change it. We again highlight our range, and this time instead of 2, we're going 3 because we want the cache. 3, and then again we put in a 0, which is false. Close it off, hit enter, and as you can see, it's then put it in. Now the great thing here is, say we don't want to do Tom, we want to look at John. So we go John, we hit enter, bang, it updates automatically. Great. Now it's not just subject to one sheet. What you can do is look up against different sheets. So here right now we're going from this sheet and we want to see the ID and cache in this sheet. Easiest way to do it again is a lookup. So in where we want to pull in the data, so our ID, we again write in VLOOKUP. We put our open brackets. Now because we're going from one sheet to another, is a little bit more complicated, but not much. So just keep up, we'll show you. So we want to again go Tom, we click Tom, we want to get our range. So we now click back into our other sheet and we want to highlight it all. And it's quite good that it has this little thing right here, which is a reminder of what we're going to. Nice touch, Google. We want to do our index. So we're looking at our ID. So again, it's 1, 2, put in 2, and you put in 0. Bang. There you go, pulled it in, and we can just obviously double check. Yep, T123, which is great. And then we hit this little corner here, double click, bang, pulls it down. Or you can obviously just drag it down yourself, whichever works better. Now, I'll show one more little feature which may throw people out. So again, we'll do the same thing to get our VLOOKUP and to get our cache, and we'll just hit tab to let it do it itself. We'll click Tom because we want to get Tom. Then we do our range. Now, instead of dragging the top, what we're going to do is drag in here. Right. Very important thing is we want to fix our rows and columns. So what happens is if you don't do it, and I'll show you what happens if you don't do it. So again, we'll do it like this. We'll do our index, which is 3 because we want to get our cache, and then we want to do 0 because we want to do an exact match. And as always, it pulls it down. Great. And we can drag it down and it will work. The only issue right now is to say we had Tom again down here, and we was to put it, doesn't find anything. Now the reason why it doesn't find anything, even though we have Tom here, it's not the capital letters. I trust me. Tom, there you go. Still doesn't work. The reason why is because the range, which is this middle bit right here, the C2 to C4, remember the bit that we dragged, it's not locked in. So you see it goes C2 to C4, and then it goes A3 to A3. Oh, not C. Sorry, A2 to C4, then A3 to C5, then A4 to C6. So it's going down. So you can probably see this. So the issue here is it's pulling it down. So as you're going down, it's not taking the whole thing. Not great, not ideal, not what we want. So how do you fix that range? Well, what you want to do is we'll go into our first one, which had the full one, and you need to put in some dollar signs. A dollar sign is a symbol in, I guess, Excel and also Google Sheets that fixes the row. So you can write in the dollar signs yourself, or you can just hit F4. You hit F4, it sticks it in place. Now when you go and do it, goes down there, and it gets our Tom at the end. I'll show you how to do that in thing. So if I press Control Z, I'll do it all again. So let's delete it all. And I'll show you again how to do it. Stick it in place as we're doing it. So you do VLOOKUP, we do our Tom, hit comma, we get our range, which would be like that. And then you hit F4 right now. And as you see, it's putting the dollar signs before and after the A and the 2, so that fixes the column and the row, and the column and the cell. And then you put our comma sign, and then we're going to cash. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then 0, which is false, or you can just type in false. Works the same way. Bang. And then as you can see, when we go down to Tom at the end, also put it in. Very important feature, very important thing that you do right there. Ensure that if you've not gone across the top and pulled it from the columns up here, so you haven't gone like that, that you put in the dollar signs. So quick and easy, and that's how you do a VLOOKUP in Google Sheets. Hope you liked the video, and stay tuned for more. Till next time, goodbye.